Up next on Lion TV, Marley Snow has a story of the boys wrestling program.
And me, Chandler Hopper, here to give you your latest updates about our Cersei Golf Team tournament. All that and more, Lion TV starts now.
Happy Friday, Cersei. Welcome back to Lion TV. I'm Curtis Stevens.
And I'm Aiden Hughes. Let's jump right into those announcements.
The Cersei wrestling team is hosting a breast cancer fundraiser called the Powder Puff Football Game on Monday, October 13th at 6 o'clock p.m. at Cersei Lions Stadium. Admission is $5. Each team is made up of 10 players and will be coached by 2 varsity football players. There are no cleats allowed, and each team is in charge of their own team jerseys. The deadline to sign up has passed, but you can email McKenna Leichert at mckennaleichert@cerseischools.org if you have any questions.
Students coming in late to school must check in at the East or West office. This is not for students that have internships before school. This is only for students coming in late from home or from some sort of appointment.
Ms. Simpson will be coaching students interested in competing in National History Day every other Friday during Lion Time. If you would like to participate this year, please email asimpson@cerseischools.org.
Students, there will be a huge event by the name of Fields of Faith happening on October 22nd. This is an event held by FCA to gather different people and communities to come together and worship and learn about Jesus. Food and drinks and different games will be provided to make sure everyone has a great time. With November fast approaching, wrestling season is not too far away.
Marley Snow has an inside scoop on how the boys wrestling team is doing in preparation for the 2025-26 season.
Wrestling season is a big deal here at SHS. Our boys wrestling team puts in lots of time and effort to prepare themselves physically and mentally for this upcoming season.
When I was little, I used to watch a lot of high school wrestling on YouTube, and I really liked it. So when I grew up, I wanted to wrestle. It's a really competitive sport, and it brings out our school spirit a lot. It's like one of the hardest sports, and it's really hard to get good at.
Wrestling is a very mental sport. Having a positive mindset is a very good aspect to have as a wrestler, and it will benefit your performance during a match and allow you to have a good outcome against your competition.
A typical day of training would consist of warm-ups. We do that for about, I'd say, 10 minutes. Then we go into stretches. After that, we do technique, so that would consist of toe touches. That helps us with our speed and agility. Then we go to clubs. That helps us with setting shots up. And then we go to shots or throw-bys, underhooks, stuff like that, just straight technique. And then after that, we'll run moves. We'll get into a horseshoe at the middle mat and run technique, and then we'll run that move for, I'd say, about an hour. Then we'll go into some live matches that will consist about, I'd say, about 20 minutes. We have really tough training now, and we also have very tough matches.
Striving to constantly be better is a good goal to have as an athlete. Training hard daily and making time to put in extra work can not only improve your athleticism, but it can also show how determined you are, and it allows others to have a role model to look up to. It also shows your coaches how badly you want to be successful.
This teamwork helps to get me through the tough times when we're conditioning really hard, and it's always good to look to the side of you and see that someone else is doing the same thing that you were doing.
Being a good teammate is another strong aspect to have as an athlete. Lifting your teammates up and constantly encouraging them through long, hard practices can play a huge role in the environment around you. Projecting positive words of encouragement can allow others to do the same, ultimately leading in a good overall performance.
For this season, my goals are to compete. I tore my labrum, which caused me to sit out for the last season, but I'm back, I feel way stronger, and I'm here to compete.
Our wrestlers are determined to better themselves for this upcoming season, and they are ready to show how much they have improved on the mat. We wish our wrestlers the best of their season. Now back to the news desk.
Thank you, Marley.
Here's hoping they have a successful season. Arkansas domestic violence shelters are facing critical funding cuts. The Victims of Crime Act program has a pool of money that is spread nationwide to fund shelters. These funds have plummeted recently, meaning less funding for every state, including Arkansas. According to Jimmy Miner, it's not even about the workers and their jobs. Quote, "It's about the ladies, the children, and the men we help who are going through domestic violence. They need us," says Miner. Shelters are being forced to cut staff, scale back programs, and some even face the risk of closing. Advocates are stretching every dollar they have, doing everything they can while they wait for the next funding cycle to bring relief.
President Donald Trump announced that Israel and Hamas have agreed to the first phase of a ceasefire deal. A spokesperson for the office of the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Thursday that a ceasefire would take effect 24 hours after the cabinet had agreed to the deal and hostages would be released after 72 hours. Trump said in a social media post on Wednesday that the sides had taken the, quote, first steps toward a strong, durable, and everlasting peace, and calling it a great day for the Arab and Muslim world, Israel, all surrounding nations, and the United States of America. After news arrived that the first ceasefire phase had been agreed to, some Palestinians on the ground inside Gaza were celebrating. A video showed them cheering, singing, and dancing.
A 29-year-old man has been charged with sparking California's deadly Palisades fire, one of the most destructive wildfires in its history, authorities said Wednesday. Federal officials say Jonathan Rinderknecht, who lived in the area, started a small fire on New Year's Day that smoldered underground before reigniting nearly a week later and roaring through Pacific Palisades, leaving 12 dead in the hillside neighborhoods across Pacific Palisades and Malibu. This is one of the two blazes that broke out on January 7th, killing more than 30 people in all and destroying over 17,000 homes and buildings while burning for days in Los Angeles County. Rinderknecht was arrested on Tuesday in Florida and made his first court appearance on Wednesday in Orlando. His charges include malicious destruction by means of a fire, which has a minimum sentence of 5 years in prison. While shackled at the ankles, he told a federal magistrate that he was not under the influence and did not have mental issues.
I hate to jinx it, but it's been getting a bit cooler lately. Maybe we're finally getting into some long-awaited fall weather.
Thankfully, we have Reagan Tyler to give us the forecast for the next few days.
Good morning, Cersei High. Let's get these weather announcements. Today we have sunny skies with a high of 79, rain at a 5% chance, winds east-northeast at 5 miles per hour, humidity at 56%, and your sun rose at 7:09 a.m. On to tonight. Tonight we'll have clear skies with a low of 56, rain at 15% chance, winds northwest at 2 miles per hour, humidity at 83%, and your sun will set at 6:38. On to our almanac. Our last 7 days average is we've had a high of 77, a low of 54, and our monthly average of precipitation is 4.13, and our month to date is 0.25 inches. Onto our 5cast. Saturday, we'll have partly cloudy skies with a high of 84, a low of 58 with a 6% chance of rain. Sunday, we'll have mostly sunny skies with 85 as your high and 60 as your low with a 6% chance of rain. Monday, we'll have mostly sunny skies with an 86 as your high and 62 as your low with a 5% chance of rain. Tuesday, we'll have partly cloudy skies with 88 as your high, 62 as your low, with a 5% chance of rain. And on Wednesday, we'll have sunny skies, 86 as your high, 60 as your low, with a 3% chance of rain. Looks like we're finally getting to those fall temperatures. Back to you at the news desk.
All this weather talk is making me hungry. What's for lunch today, Curtis?
Today for lunch we'll be having jumbo crispy chicken tenders, whole grain waffle, classic cheese pizza, chicken and chili crispito, seasoned beef taco meat, classic cheeseburger, and milk.
That all sounds delicious. Make sure to thank our lunch workers for all they do for us.
I know we had a game last week. Where are Cersei Lions headed next?
We're headed right down the road to Jacksonville. Chandler Hopper has what to expect in this week's game.
Happy Friday, Cersei High. I'm Chandler Hopper, and let's dive right into some sports announcements for the week. Our Cersei Lions golf team had an impressive week after having a great practice for their state tournament on Tuesday. They proceeded to earn second place overall in state on Wednesday of the state tournament. Players Noah Skabronski and Alex Miller earned all-state honors after having a really impressive season. Our SHS tennis team had their conference tournament earlier this week where players Sheridan Hernandez, Carter Finley, and Zach Dushenko went on to win the first 2 matches and qualified for state. Our Cersei volleyball team traveled to Greene County Tech on Tuesday, where they would come up short, dropping their overall record to 5-11. They faced off against West Memphis yesterday, where we will bring you the highlights from that matchup next week. Our Cersei Lions football team will travel to Jacksonville later on today to face off against the Titans. The Lions look to keep things rolling, starting off conference right, winning their second conference game against Washington Chapel last week, bringing their overall record to 5-0. We caught up with junior defensive tackle Karan Connor to discuss how the Lions have been prepping for Jacksonville and the rest of their season.
Yeah, we mentally prepared all week for Jacksonville. You know, we're going to hit the road, so it's going to be a little tough, you know. Road trips are very spectacle sometimes, you know, but we mentally prepared all week for it. You know, we did scouts, we looked at their offensive schemes, and we got ready for them.
Moving on to national sports, this past Monday in the NFL, the Kansas City Chiefs took a trip to Jacksonville to face a tough 3-1 Jaguars team. The Chiefs had a solid first half on both offense and defense, where Patrick Mahomes would not only throw a touchdown pass, but also run one in himself, leading this team to an amazing first half of Monday Night Football. The Chiefs defense will do an amazing job of shutting down Trevor Lawrence to only 170 yards passing and 1 touchdown. The Chiefs would also force a Trevor Lawrence fumble at the goal line on 4th down to head into the half up 14-7. All would go wrong for Kansas City as Jacksonville would come rumbling at a halftime with rookie two-way player Travis Hunter making an unbelievable catch over 2 defenders, leading to a Trevor Lawrence 10-yard rushing touchdown, followed by a defensive 99-yard pick six by linebacker Devin Lloyd to put his team up 21-14 going into the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter would go in the Chiefs' favor as they managed to find their way into the end zone twice and only allowed the Jaguars to score a 52-yard field goal by Cam Little. All would go wrong as Trevor Lawrence drove the ball down inside the 5-yard line in the final seconds of the game and tripped twice in the same play, but managed to get up and find his way into the end zone, scoring the game-winning touchdown to take the Chiefs down 31-28. In college football, the Arkansas Razorbacks will be on the road tomorrow to take on the number 12 ranked Tennessee Volunteers. The Razorbacks have had a tough season, only winning 2 games so far out of the 5, and now head into a tough game without their head coach Sam Pittman as he was fired following the huge loss to Notre Dame in Week 5. The Razorbacks will now look to new interim head coach Bobby Petrino to lead the team through the rest of the season, hoping to at least make a bowl game and get ready to rebuild next year, hoping for a better season. In the NBA, the preseason is officially underway, with fans pumped up for what should be an exciting and fun year of basketball. All eyes will be on the defending champions, the OKC Thunder, as most of their team have been together for a few seasons already, having great team chemistry to lead them into what should be a great season. That's all the sports updates I have for you, Cersei. Now back to you guys at the news desk.
Thanks for the update, Chandler.
Well, that's all we have for you today, Cersei. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Cersei High Lion TV.
And to follow us on X at Lion TV, Instagram at Cersei Lion TV, and on Facebook at Cersei High Lion TV. Signing off, I'm Curtis Stevens.
And I'm Aiden Hughes. Have a great weekend, Cersei.